Quite often on this channel we focus on brand new products that we want you guys to see as they hit the shelves. In this video we're taking it back to something that is truly tried and tested. These have stood the test of time and they're absolutely fantastic. The Solar Titanium multifunctional indicator system, the bobbin heads to go with them. I'm going to show you why I think these could be the only indicator system you need for all of your carp fishing. Let's take a look. So let's start with what is actually included within the Solar Titanium indicator range. Obviously you've got indicator heads in loads of different colours, so you can match them to your alarm LEDs, or you can do the standard red, white and blue, or just pick your favourite colour and buy 3 matching ones. The choice is absolutely endless, so yeah, take a look at those on the Solar website. So when it comes to the actual indicator head itself, the top and bottom collars are both sort of machined in that P1 stainless style, which means they'll match perfectly with any of your bank sticks or other bankware that you've got from Solar out of the P1 range, which it just keeps it all nice and fitting. The head also comes complete with a free matching coloured locking ring, so you can put that either under your alarm or under your backrest, just to sort of, you know, tie in your complete setup so it all looks the part when you're out on the bank. The line clip on the indicator head is fully adjustable, and by tightening or loosening the collar on the top there, you can adjust the tension that's put on your line before the bobbin releases it. So obviously you'll need to do that for if you change line diameter or anything like that, just to make sure that tension is exactly where you want it to be. When it comes to isotopes, there is an isotope slot in these indicators, and all you do is remove one of the collars, insert the correct size isotope, and then obviously screw that collar back on. There's loads of information on the backs of these packets, so you know exactly which size isotopes to get for which bobbin heads. There are also 15 and 30 gram additional drop back weights available to add on to these indicator heads, and that way you can really load up these bobbins, get extreme tension on the line for when you're fishing at great distances, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So when it comes to the indicator system itself, as you can probably already see, there's loads of different pieces in the box, and they're all there to do a job to make sure that you can maximise indication in whatever situation that you happen to be fishing in. First up, you've obviously got the titanium arm. That's the bit that does all the magic, but we'll go in depth on that shortly. The titanium arms are available in 2 different variations. You've got a short version and you've also got a long version. I think the best way to determine which size that you actually need is if you're using 8, 9, 10 foot rods, get the shorter version, and if you're using 12 or 13 foot rods, get the longer version. It all comes down to how much space you want to leave between your buzz bars, or how extended you want to have that centre bar of your solar pod. You've also got the spring lock buzz bar bracket, which is how you attach the indicator arm to your buzz bars. It's got really quick and easy to use bayonet fitting, which is absolutely lovely. You've also got the grip clip, which is an additional line clip which goes on the top of the iPro bobbins. Now what this enables the bobbin to do, rather than sliding on the line, it actually enables the bobbin head to grip the line. It really does maximise sensitivity if you're fishing a tight line situation or even a slack line situation and you need to see every single little bit of movement on that bobbin head. That goes an extremely long way to making sure that that happens. Obviously, like all solar stuff, anything that is metallic on this is made out of the highest quality stainless steel. It's machined here in the UK to a ridiculously high standard, so you probably won't find any better. And last but not least, you've got 2 strong arm clips. Now these are line clips that you can slide down your rod in case your rod didn't come with line clips from standard. These enable you to sort of increase that pivot point of the line, again maximising the indication available from the bobbin, maximising that movement between where the bobbin's set to the rod blank. Now, as you may have already guessed from the name, the fact that it's a titanium multifunctional indicator system, it can be used for loads of different fishing scenarios, and I think it pretty much covers it for everything that you could ever need from an indicator system. Let's take a look at exactly how I would use it in each different type of scenario that I come across on a regular basis fishing, and hopefully it will give you guys a little bit of insight of how to get the best out of this system. Okay, so let's take a few moments to run through with you guys exactly how I would use this indicator system from the guys over at Solar to try and maximise the sensitivity and indication for the scenario that I'm fishing. At this particular time, I'm just fishing out into open water, so there's no snags, there's no weed, there's nothing like that. I don't need a super tight line, I don't need a super slack line, I just want something, you know, a happy medium, like a semi-slack line going out into the pond, and that will give me nice accurate indication. Now to achieve that, what I've used is I've got one of the strong arm line clips fitted to the blank of my rod, because these rods don't actually come with a line clip, and as you can see I've moved it slightly further away from the reel seat than a conventional line clip might be, and that is to really accentuate that pivot point and make sure that bobbin has got maximum movement from bottom to top. Obviously that, every extra bit of movement you can get from the bobbin head is more indication. The more indication you've got, the better the system's working. So as you can see there, the titanium arm pivots on the stainless pivots at either end of it, and it enables the bobbin head to move up and down freely, sliding on the line, obviously, like I say, giving you an extremely good amount of indication. Let's move on to a tight line fishing situation. So this is the setup I'd be using if I was fishing in a tight line scenario. As you can see, I've still got that strong arm line clip on there, aiding the bobbin in indication. I've then also swapped over the bobbin head to the eye grip. I don't want that bobbin to be slipping on the line if I'm snag fishing or I'm fishing to a far margin. This bobbin head grips the line and really does sort of accentuate any movement that you get at the lead end. And when you're snag fishing or tight line fishing, you need to know exactly what's going on at all times. This is one of the Solar Titanium Arm's little party tricks. There's a little collar there that you screw down and it locks the pivot closest to the hockey stick. Then you can use the titanium arm as a springer arm. As you can see, it's given a constant pressure in a downward motion onto the main line in conjunction with that eye grip head. If you're fishing a far margin and you get any kind of drop back indication, I mean, look how instant that is. It's ridiculous. There is no better way to fish a far margin than having constant pressure on your main line. You will know exactly when a fish picks it up, any indication of a drop back, and that bobbin is just going to fly back and you're going to know exactly what's going on. Okay, and last but not least, this is how I would use the system if I was fishing a slack line situation. I've still got that strong arm line clip on there. Now that doesn't just give you that extra pivot point in this scenario. What it also does is it enables you to keep a tight line from the reel spool to the line clip, but then have a slack line down to the bobbin head and out through the guides of the rod. Obviously you want to keep the line tight by your reel spool so that it doesn't just keep peeling off the end of it. We've all been there. It's an absolute pain. So that stops that. I've still got that eye grip line clip on the top of the bobbin head, and in conjunction with that pivot nearest the hockey stick being locked, and then just having this one, literally look, all we're lifting is the weight of that bobbin itself, which is I think 7 grams. So it's absolutely nothing. For slackline fishing, I mean, the indication you get from that for slackline fishing is absolutely fantastic because it's gripping the line and because the bobbin itself is almost weightless. So there you have it, guys. That's how I would use this indicator system in a few different ways dependent on the fishing situation that I was in. Last but not least, let's talk about some pricing. Now the guys over at Solar have done an extremely good job of keeping these competitive. What you have to remember is that this is a premium product manufactured in the UK to the highest standard available. They really are a lovely bit of kit, and it is the type of item that you only ever buy once. The titanium multifunctional indicator system comes in at $34.99 for the longer ones and $31.99 for the shorter ones. As for the indicator heads, they come in at $10.99 each. There's the odd variation of £1 here and there, and that's just dependent on the colour and size that you prefer. If you found this video useful or even slightly entertaining, please do hit that thumbs up button. It really does make a big difference to our channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit that bell notification icon, and that way you won't miss out on any more high quality products like this from the guys over at Solar and other products from loads of different brands that we feature on our channel. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much.